Have you ever released a song? Did you have really high expectations about what kind of prosperity it would bring you whenever you finally got out that number one hit that you've been holding on to? Were your dreams immediately crushed upon release? My name's Dr. Tillis, and this is a chronicling of my very first ever single release, Money Grows in the Dirt. To be fair, I went into it with a very realistic expectation. In fact, my philosophy with this first release was kind of like, it's supposed to suck. You know, this is going to be my first ever song. It's not going to be very good. But I've been surprised by the amount of support I've received and the new fans that I've made through this song. And it's just been a really great journey. But not everything has been sunshine and roses. So I did want to talk about some of the issues that I came across with this release. So kind of to start with, going back 2 years ago, it was around the time whenever I had first written this song. And I was done with the lyrics and melody, and I'd shared it with my friends and my fellow songwriting circle that I have, and they loved it. They loved the song, they loved the melody and the lyrics. Even though at that time it was just a cappella, they saw the potential in the song. Well, I kind of let it go to the wayside for a while, and it wasn't until last year when I was asking around those same people, asking like, hey, what do you think I should set up as my first ever single release? What song should I do first? And one friend recommended this song, and I wasn't initially considering it at first because I had never performed it myself. I hadn't even played it on guitar. It just stayed as that a cappella thing. And I thought, you know what, maybe with a little bit of work, that would be a really good focus track. And if you don't know what a focus track is, it's basically a song that helps define the sound of a particular project. Usually it's leading up to an album. So if an artist has a new album coming out, it's going to be the sound a little bit different from something that they've worked on in the past. They're going to want the first song that people to hear from that album to help establish the new sound that's going to be going there. The same thing goes for a brand new artist that nobody's ever heard of. I want that first song to be as emblematic of who I am as an artist as it can be, even if it's not the best song. And in fact, you don't really want it to be the best song. You want it to be, on the lower end of what you can do so that you can build off from there. From there, I've decided, okay, I'm going to make this my first song. That was last year whenever I made that decision, around the later part in the fall. I figured I'd have plenty of time. And then everything kind of started shifting around, producers flaking, people are sick, having kids. Everything just got completely derailed there. I was trying to have 4 songs ready by March for this coming year, and March came around and I didn't have a single song done. So in my desperation, I turned to Fiverr. Now, whenever you're getting something done for you, they say there's 3 things that you can choose from. It can either be good, cheap, or fast. And you can pick 2 of those options. It can be good and it can be cheap, but it won't be fast. Or it can be fast and it can be good, but it won't be cheap. Or it can be cheap and fast, but it won't be very good. But I was very surprised whenever I got the song back, knowing that it was cheap. He came back with it really fast, and it's pretty good. And I didn't know if it was just me, if I just have poor taste, but I shared it with a lot of people, and everybody really seemed to like it. And that's what you've been hearing with Money Grows in the Dirt. It's this song produced by a guy on Fiverr. When it came time to start getting all the pre-marketing prep and everything done, I ran into this little hurdle. And that is, whenever it's your first release, you are not able to access any of your artist pages or anything like that on Spotify, Apple Music, anywhere until the first song has released. So I couldn't go on, I couldn't do a pre-save for anybody, I couldn't go on and edit my pictures and bio or anything. I had to do that at midnight on release day, and that was quite the experience. Moving on through the weeks afterward was the creation of a lot of short form content, some that got some pretty good reception, but for the most part, again, this is my first release, and it's not very healthy to expect a whole lot, thinking that I'm going to go viral off of some first crappy bit of content that I'm churning out. So this first release has been a lot more about practice and exercising and getting used to this second job, really. Learning how to market things, learning how to create content, and getting slightly better each time, trying to learn new techniques. So upon release, we had a standard visualizer that just kind of had the background image twirling, and then the following weeks it had a lyric video that came up, and I had a lot of fun working on that, hiding little things inside the video. And then a couple weeks later it had the music video, which I've gotten a lot of positive feedback on, people finding it quite hilarious. So I appreciate everybody that's been watching that and telling me how much joy they get out of it. And now we're coming to the end of the cycle where we've slowed down. Since there hasn't been as much boom, this is a time where I can devote my attention to other things like this next upcoming release, or just resting, which I've been doing a lot of recently too. So what's the main takeaway I have from my first release is it's gone about how I would have expected. Not a whole bunch of blowing up, been a lot of grinding and just trying new things and trying to understand a little bit about this world of music business, and I'm really looking forward to the next release. Inner Tubes and Barbecues comes out June 3rd, 2025. But for now, thank you for listening to Money Grows in the Dirt, and we'll see you in the next chapter.